Weather coverage you can count on with Chief Meteorologist Taylor Knust and the Way 31 Storm Tracker Early Warning Radar Network.
So a lot of attention is on the potential severe weather threat coming our way tomorrow morning through the early afternoon, and rightfully so. But even when we don't see showers and storms, we are going to have significant wind across the region of the likes we haven't seen in quite a while. So with the thunderstorms, straight line winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour will be possible. But even when it's not storming, it's not going to fall off too much. 50 to 60 mile per hour gusts from tomorrow morning through tomorrow afternoon will be possible. And that is why the National Weather Service has raised a rare high wind warning for North Alabama. The last time we had this issued for any part of North Alabama was March 30th of last year. So it's been about a year since we've had that type of warning in place. That will be in effect from 6 a.m. through 6 p.m. tomorrow. Here's a look at some of the forecast wind gusts for Huntsville specifically. And it shows that the peak of the winds will be as the storms are arriving and even after the storms through the late morning and much of the afternoon. Again, those gusts could get into the 50 to 60 mile per hour range. Keep in mind our ground is very saturated, which makes it a little bit easier for trees to topple over. Root systems maybe not as secure as they would be on more dry surface at this moment. Let's get a look at the Way 31 Storm Tracker Early Warning Radar Network. Scattered rain continues to move across the region just like we have seen all day long today, but this rain fairly light, so we're not seeing significant flood issues at this moment, or at least those flood issues are not worsening too much due to the ongoing rain. Showers will remain fairly light through the night tonight. The severe weather risk from right now through the overnight hours is rather low. There is a level 1 risk in place along and west of I-65, but chances are we are going to stay severe weather free in our area tonight. There is a much bigger risk for severe weather tonight to our west, especially from Dallas into parts of Arkansas where there is a level 4 risk in place, and we have ongoing tornado warnings in Oklahoma back toward Texas at this hour. The cold front that we are monitoring closely is associated with that line of storms in Texas right now. That is going to race our direction overnight tonight, and it arrives tomorrow morning. There is a ton of wind energy associated with this system, so not a ton of instability in the atmosphere to produce these massive storms, but the wind energy in place is going to be enough to create a serious damaging wind threat and also a threat to some extent for tornadoes. Future radar has these scattered showers sticking around through the night. It's not going to rain all night. I do not think the flooding is going to get much worse than what we have seen over the past 24 hours, but the continued off and on rain will be around all the way through the morning drive on Friday. Timing out the cold front, it's going to arrive probably around 9 or 10 o'clock in the Muscle Shoals area. It has been trending a little bit slower, so I think late morning is probably the window for the most likely impacts for thunderstorms. That races to the I-65 corridor close to 11 o'clock in the morning, close to noon for folks around Sand Mountain. Should be in Georgia around 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. Level 2 risk for severe weather in place. Damaging straight line wind is easily the main threat. Spin up tornadoes not out of the question, though. Again, with that wind energy, there could be these showers and storms rotating across the region that we will have to watch closely during the 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. time frame tomorrow. We all quiet down this weekend, and thank goodness for that. Sunshine expected Saturday and Sunday. Briefly cooling to the 60s Saturday, but back at it with 70s early next week. More rain returning for the middle of next week.